Hi guys, welcome back to this week's What's on the Table update. It's going to be another freehand episode, so bear with me. I have more or less finished everything that was on the table. I have just finished basing with the snow on all the stuff that needed it. So there's the Effort Scouts, Smorgle 3, the 2 Forge series are finished, the Scorn Weapon Crew, the Cador Artillery Captain, Morgul's Guards. All these guys here have been painted silver base and heavy brown wash. Is meant to be subterranean. Sturgis has his Signar base. Asphyxius has his black base rim painted with his arcs. Then all the base work is done on these guys too. All the arcs are painted as well, so I might actually have to do black on her one looking at it now. But all the arcs and all are done, bar his one. I have to do them too, that's what it must be. And then if we fly over here, I know it's a bit dark at the minute. I'll put pictures up on the Facebook. All of the Scorn has been, or cricks. It's all grass. Like grit, and the bases were painted black with a blue arc. And then over here I have all of the mercenaries as well, are all done. The light's a bit dark there now. I'll bring him over here and show you. Boom, the Earthbreaker is finito. All painted up, all gritted up. His base is done as well. A couple of airbrush glows. There'll be pictures of him up on the Facebook as well. Glad to get him finished. With a small break when I was moving him earlier on, so I have to fix that. And then what came in was Magnus 2's personal Jack. I don't know what he's called. He's a once per game RPG that's really good. He's like a massive chainsaw, so I have to pay. I have to come in as part of the commission for the mercenaries because I was playing a game against the chap the other day and he dropped a few bits up for me. I have a Scorn Archidon that needs to be built. Pretty sure that's what it is. He's like an angry turtle, elephant kind of thing. And then the Piece de la Resistance. I have a massive Conquest Victor kit that needs to be built. I'm not doing this because the client is sending me down Crick's wreck markers to build a snowy bill, to build a snowy hill base with the Crick's wreck markers on it. Well, that's him there. And there's a few other bits I want to show you, but the camera's about to die, so I'm going to finish off a few more things and then we'll come back. Okay guys, welcome back. I tidied up the desk a bit and got the big tripod out so I could try and show off as much as possible. I had to rebase the Ogre and Chemist with snow because that's actually what he's meant to have, not the gritty stuff, so he's been rebased. It'll take a while for him to dry. The first thing I'm going to show you is, out of this full case of miniatures, so I spin this to show you. You've 1, 2, 3 of the Cephalix heavies. I painted up one of these, but that's not the one I painted, that's someone else's. That's Stannis, I also painted one. So we have a Mangler I painted, we've Gallant I painted, you can see them on other episodes. The clients, Cephalix Drudges, more Drudges. So the guy I painted with the blue is going with this, the guy I painted with the red is going with this squad, and the guy with the green is going with the Goblin Drudges. You seen my Pyre Eris that I was going to use for Eris 3. It was needed for a comp, so I took the unpainted one and gave the client this one. So I'm going to paint her arcs up. This guy's arms are broke, but that is one of Boomhowler's boomies. Then there's the Nis Hunters, which I painted up for him as well. Cephalix. So the red Cephalix is what the red guy's gonna go with. I'm not sure what these guys are, but they're really cool. Kind of camoed up, and I think that's a borrowed Anastasia Debray. Or maybe, no, that's Madeline Corbeau. She's good too. And then finally, there is these Cephalix Overlords, which I painted a very long time ago for one of the other lads in the group. He was meant to base them himself, but he hasn't got around to it, and this guy, the guy I done the commission for, had to borrow them. There's the borrowed Anastasia Debray, and then you can see all of the boomies which I painted before. Okay, so on top of all that then, over here we have, sorry about squeaky chair, we have the Earthbreaker. He's finally painted up, finished. I'm going to take him up to give you a bit of a better look of him. Yeah, so I used Astro Granite Earth to do up his base, make it all kind of worn and torn and stuff like that. So he's done. One more thing I forgot to show you there was the Hammer Dwarfs, which I painted up the same metallic scheme as the Earthbreaker. So they're all there. The client did tell me that there was a crossbow. I have two of them now I have to paint up because they were missing off the crow's cutthroats. So I wonder if I can get a good enough zoom on this that I don't have to move the camera now. Okay, I don't really want to go much further than that. This line, and this line, that is trenchers, and trenchers in a unit attachment. They're all painted up, based as well. If I put them in front of the camera, it'd help a bit. Yeah, there you go. Then I have two lines crow's cutthroats minus two crossbows, which I will paint up and glue on later on. So the leader guy, I'm gonna zoom out now, so not zoom in, zoom out. See the leader, he's pretty cool. See the way these guys have the crossbows on their back, so maybe well, this guy has a crossbow, so he's happy enough. That guy is more or less the same. He's holding his crossbow and his swords are holstered. Same again with this pirate bandana dude. Okay, so this guy can definitely have a crossbow, so I'll leave him to one side. This guy's running his crossbow and he has his swords on his back. And the other pirate bandana has no crossbow. So I have two guys that have crossbows still. And that's the crow's 100% done then. This is the netter jack, as I was calling him, that I was telling you about. So he's like a massive steel net. This is like a chunk of metal, so it is actually quite heavy model. I really like this guy. He's real kind of spindly, and he kind of has that head like you'd expect him to be a deep sea kind of diver. You know, that kind of old fashioned diving helmet. It was a massive thing with the porthole on it. This is the second mangler I painted. So he's done as well. And we have Stannis painted and based. I love his helmet on the just sitting there at the side. I have Captain Shay all based up now, so he's ready for battle. Harlan Versh, the illuminated one, added some of the kind of grit to his cloak to make it look like his cloak is, you know, he's been running through. Kel Baylock again, same thing in the cloak, wee bit of the grit on it. Dirty Meg and Anastasia, they're all done. I'm not going to show you the zombies, you've seen them before. There's only 2, 4, 6, there's only 7 Khador zombies, and that means there's 13, is that right? 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, yeah, so there's 13 dead Signarans that Alexia's managed to, you know, bring back as zombies, so it says a lot for the toughness of the trenchers. And then we've Alexia herself, added the grit over the skulls, so that it looks like she's standing on a pile of dead people on the same battlefield as everyone else. And that's all that side. This is Alexia too, I never re-glued her cloak, so her cloak is ready to be glued back on. And she has our super cool dead horse, so she's ready as well. I have to take out her trolls, so I'll show you them with the cricks later on after I pack all this up. I have this is what's done. This has to be done, so that's going to be on the table for this week. It's Magnus's personal jack, so expect to see him on next week's episode. I have the Effort Scouts snowed up, all ready for the battlefield. Once the snow is dry, I'll chip off the excess and paint the base rims black, just to tidy them up. I have the Ogre and Bokor after being rebased with his snow. I think the snow actually looks a bit better on him. I have Sturgis on his Sninknaran base. I just gave it a heavy Agrax Earthshade wash to make it look dirty and battle-torn. Cephalix Overlord for the Kador Drudges is based. Now I'm going to turn this, and I'm just going to zoom in on these because the bases are still wet. So you can see the 25mm bases are put on top of the 32mm as inserts, and I just painted them silver and gave them a heavy Agrax Earthshade wash, so it looks like they're kind of in, you know, a dirty kind of rusty sewer kind of place. We have Captain Artillery Commander guy. I'm going to zoom out so you can get a bit of a focus on him there. There you go, he's done. If I spin this in here and we zoom in, we have the Scorn Artillery crew is finito. So like the guy loading it has snow on his base, the kind of guy that's saying fire, and the spotter. And then if I move that a bit, I painted this so it looked like it was pushed through the snow. I painted it, I based it like it's pushed through the snow. Up here in the background you can see Forge here 1 and 2. They're just, I'm waiting for the snow to dry on them so I can pick them up. I just have to airbrush the glow onto the runes on their shoulders and on their axe, and there's a little gem on the front of them has to be done as well. And then up the back there you have the Destroyer, I think, Karchev, Man of War Dracoon and Ruin. So that's everything I've painted on the table so far. What was done, what I've done this week, and what I've based. The other things I have is, this is Denny, she's for the cricks, but she just had to get the base painted black, and then the blue arcs, the cricks for the guy I'm doing the mercenaries for. He wants kind of a sandy theme, so I added this gritty sand kind of texture. That's the ghost version of Cane Tree, or Crick's Cane Tree is he is being called. And that's it. So I'm gonna pause the video, I'm gonna pack all away that I can pack away, I'm gonna take out more stuff, and I'll show you more then. Okay guys, welcome back. Hopefully the final segment of this now. I have taken out the trolls for Alexia, so that's them here in front of you. So all 7 of them are painted up identically to this guy here. So I'm not going to show you all them, they just need the edges of their bases painted black and arcs painted on them, and then they'll be done. I have the Gobbo Chef to go with the Scorn. He needs his base painted up as well, and probably fixed after that. Yep, I'm going to need to fix his base. Denny, you've seen in the last segment there. She's pretty cool. Base wise, model wise, not so cool, because she's just not that nice. I don't think I've shown this guy yet. This is Asphyxius 2, I believe. I have 3 more things I need to glue onto his base before I pack him away. The whole cloak was airbrushed up, so these things here, there's 1, 2 and 3 more to go back on. That's him there. Pretty cool model. Really enjoyed painting him, especially because I got to use so much of the airbrush. Then I have the machine rate. He has been based. Turn a little bit here. I have 6 black Oberon boarding party. They are all painted up the exact same, so you get an idea. Cool models. They go well with the boomies, but 2 different clients, so maybe you'll see another unit of boomies in the future. What I believe is the old Death Jack model. I think I've shown you most of these now. It's just to show you the basing on them. We have the new Death Jack, his hot rod bonnet and base is done. This guy, I still have to do the quick repair on his arm. I just haven't got around to painting the arms yet, so he'll have to be done. Then we have the plastic version that has the arm. I have one, I didn't paint this one, this was the client's model he sent down to try and match. I asked him about the OSL and he was happy enough to go ahead with it. So then I have 3 of them painted up the exact same as this. Pretty cool. Cankerworm's base was done, so he's finished now as well. I'm going to move the camera over and hopefully not miss anything. So down here we have Bane Knights. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 of them, and then I have 6 of these normal Banes. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Mechanitrolls. These pretty cool guys. Then we have this chick, her arm broke off, I have to glue it back on. It was the one that was snapped off that I had to try and fix. I might need to pin it. So she has been based. Pistol Rate number 1. Glowing Inferno is what I'm going to call this guy because he's really cool. Pistol Rate number 2. Only half incorporeal at the minute. Nearly there. I have Scarlock. I think it's Scarlock Commander. This is the second one I painted for this commission. He's done. Ragman is a mercenary to go with the Cricks. He looks like a bit like Scarecrow from Batman. Painted up to look really dirty and kind of gritty looking. I have Scar, Pirate Commander. That's probably not what she's called, but that's what I'm calling her because she's a pirate and she's pretty cool. Whatever this guy is, no clue whatsoever. He's got like mad pincers. He's probably a Stitch Troll or something, or part of a Stitch Troll unit. Akios's arm needs gluing on, it's in the case, but he's been based up so he looks pretty cool now. Then I have 2, 4, I have 5 of the Chicken Jacks, all painted up the same. So this is the plastic one, and this is the old metal version that's running around the corner. Some size difference. And then there's the really cool one that came with this stuff on its smokestacks. So wished we'll end up having to fix him too. But that's it then, guys. Over there we have a couple of Kador bits that were sent down to be painted as well. Just loose odds and ends. And that is it for this one, guys. I know it's been a long one. Thanks for staying with me. Next week I'll have the Jack hopefully done, the Archidon, and maybe a couple of other bits that are left over. So stay tuned for that and we'll see you in the next video. This is the last bit, I swear. I was pretty convinced that there was Banes missing because only having 7 normal Banes didn't seem right. So when I lifted what I thought was the last tray in the case up, I found 3 more Chicken Jacks. Second Scarlock. 1, 2, 5 more Banes. So I'm gonna have to go and base them, and then that will be it done. So that's it then. That's the quick commission. Bar, I have the Negger tree and the Kraken. And that's it guys, I'm going now because the camera's practically dead, but cheers for watching.